Welcome to Neo42. This video introduces the Neo42 Application Package Depot and takes a closer look at the functionalities and tasks of this smart solution.
The Application Package Depot is the generic term for the solution and contains all the software packages that are provided. The Application Package Center is required to access these software packages. This is the administration interface that is already visible in the background. Within the Application Package Center, so-called bridges are used. Bridges are the connections to the distribution systems via which the software packages can be added and used directly. The bridges for Microsoft Configuration Manager. Matrix42 UEM Empirum. Matrix42 Empirum in the cloud. And Microsoft Intune. And Omnissa Workspace ONE are currently supported. All of these products offer the option of automation. In order to realize these automations, there are so-called pipelines. Pipelines are processes that fulfill certain tasks. For example, the package must first be downloaded, then extracted, and added to the distribution system. This would be a short pipeline, for example. When you log in to the Application Package Center, you are first taken to the dashboard view. The dashboard is intended to provide a rough overview of the status of the environment and information. For example, which packages were last updated, which product automations, that is, which pipeline runs, are due next. As is usual for a dashboard, it can be edited so that the information can be adapted to individual requirements. The navigation is located on the left-hand side. The Package Services Depot button takes you to the actual software view, where you can access all software packages. It is also possible to access older versions that do not appear in the main view via the preceding plus sign. In addition to information such as the release date, manufacturer name, software name, and version number, the bridge version is also listed. The bridge version is the version that is currently available in the distribution system. At the top of the navigation, you have the option of selecting the comparison system. In this case, it is the Intune environment. It is possible to filter for different software products. Once a product has been selected, a configuration can be added to this software via the Edit Setup CFG button. For example, in the case of the Firefox browser, a start page or a proxy configuration can be added that is required in the environment. If you want to block this configuration for the user, this option is available. In this case, no configuration is made to the software so that the window can simply be closed again and the search can be undone. Software packages can also be imported directly into the respective distribution system from this view. To do this, right-click on the respective application. Select Import Package. Select the corresponding target system, in this case, Intune. Press Next. And 1. And now the package is downloaded and deployed in the background. Whether the pipeline has been successfully completed can be selected below via the green window, and the exact sequence of the respective pipeline can be tracked. The window updates itself automatically. As soon as the software has been downloaded, the respective status will also change to Successful. Now that the pipeline is complete, you can switch to the Intune area to check whether the new Opera version has been successfully downloaded. The usage is now available and can be assigned. Checking for new versions, downloading, and automatic assignment in the distribution system can also be automated. This is now shown for the Matrix42 Empirum distribution system, and then for Intune to illustrate what this looks like in the respective distribution system. We will start with the Empirum distribution system. To do this, switch back to the Package Services area and then to the Product Automation area. Here it is possible to create a product automation for each individual product for the distribution system to automatically keep the applications up to date. This process is now considered for Empirum. A product automation for Mozilla Firefox has already been created, and the icon in front of it shows that updates are available for the application. The pipeline is structured in such a way that the distribution system on which the application is to be kept ready must first be selected. The pipeline for product automation is selected in the second window. In this case, this is the predefined product automation with a test phase that automatically switches to a productive assignment via a scheduler after a configurable test period has expired. This will be discussed in more detail later in connection with the Empirum Management Console. The pipeline predefined here is delivered fully functional, but still needs to be configured after import. Separate videos are provided for this purpose. Selecting Next allows you to set a configurable schedule to check how often a new application is available. In this case, the check to see whether Firefox has a new version is carried out automatically every weekday at 2:18 UTC time, that is 3:18 German time. If this is the case, the pipeline is started. Click Next, and now the configuration can be saved and completed. To avoid having to wait until the next morning, the pipeline is started manually once. As already mentioned, this would normally be done automatically at night. The pipeline is started, and this is confirmed. The pipeline is now executed in the background, which can be tracked using a running pipeline in the overview. The pipeline is now running, and the test period begins automatically. When the software is viewed in Empirum, the application is available on the right-hand side, and the application is assigned to a test group. The software is now automatically tested for a specified period of time. In this pipeline, this period is set to 1 minute, so that when you go back and refresh the window again, the productive assignment of the software package should begin in the next step. The productive assignment has now also been made. This means that wherever there were old assignments, these have been replaced by the new assignments, so that version 123.01 has become version 124.01. The software is now automated, released for production, and is automatically updated on the computers. Such automation is now also being considered for Intune. The principle is relatively similar. There is a product assignment, but this time with the target system Intune. Here you can now also see the pipeline, which is available in the functional scope, but still needs to be configured. The pipeline stored here not only downloads the software packages and adds them to the Intune tenant, but also creates corresponding AAD groups that are later used for distribution. The concept is as follows. To do this, switch to the Intune tenant and create 3 different groups for each application: the install, the uninstall, and the pilot group. The pilot group is responsible for the test phase, the install group for productive distribution, and the uninstall group for uninstalling the applications. These groups are created via the pipeline and used in the further course. The scheduler, it is now possible to specify when to check whether a new software version is available. A new version is available. It is downloaded at 1:45 and made available to the Intune tenant. Finally, this configuration can be saved, and the distribution can be accepted. Now we start the product automation manually. It would be executed automatically the next night. Now that the test run has been executed automatically, the configuration can be viewed once in Intune. The system switches back to the Apps, Windows Apps area, and if you check here, the current Firefox version is automatically assigned to the uninstall group and to the test computers on which the test is now being carried out. After a defined test period, a productive assignment will now be made. In other words, the productive group is assigned in Intune. After the productive assignment has been carried out, you will see in Intune that it is no longer the test, but the productive group that is assigned. Here, too, the complete rollout of standard software products can be fully automated. The pipelines, which are included in the scope of functions, are only intended to provide suggestions or make it easier to get started. For example, this is now demonstrated for Intune by clicking on Edit to see the individual steps that are executed within this pipeline. For example, the group assignment can also be seen here and if the decision is now made to assign the software directly to another group. This is possible by opening the task selector and adding another group assignment to the process. Simply select the respective tenant and the group to which the software is to be assigned. If only signed PowerShell scripts are allowed to be executed in the environment. It is also possible to sign the pipeline with a corresponding script signing certificate, so that the PowerShell scripts are first signed before they are uploaded to the Intune tenant. For various customizations to the software packages, the respective task 1 script is available, with which it is possible to execute additional PowerShell scripts and make customizations to the packages provided. As can be seen from the examples, it is possible to edit standard pipelines without any problems, or to design and adapt completely custom pipelines according to your own requirements. This configuration information only needs to be saved and can then be selected and used via the product automations. If you have created your own software packages using the PSA-DT and the extensions, you can easily import these software packages via the file storage or network drives area, for example. To do this, select Network Drives and enter a path where the software packages are stored in zip format. Once this has been done, this network directory can be scanned for new software packages, which are then displayed. These packages can be easily added to the Intune or Empirum distribution system by right-clicking Import Package and used there without having to create an Intune WIM or use the Empirum Management Console. Many customers work with different authorization structures. For this reason, it is also possible to assign rights to individual user groups in the respective group management in the Application Package Center. For example, a separate admin group can be created, to which individual rights are assigned via Edit Group. Almost every button can be authorized or denied separately, so that the setting can be set individually for the respective authorizations. These are the functions of the Application Package Center so far. Before taking a closer look at a software package, there is some useful information for the managed service provider. It is possible to create different tenants, in other words, different customers, in the Application Package Center. Each bridge can be configured for each APC tenant. It is also possible to define group authorizations for this tenant, so that only certain people are allowed to administer this tenant. In this way, one APC installation can also be used to support different customers. Now a finished software package is considered, here using the example of a Notepad++ package. The app deploy toolkit directory contains all the app deploy toolkit commandlets used in the PowerShell packages. In addition to the standard commandlets, the neo42 extensions are also located there to ensure the usual high-quality standard. The files directory contains the manufacturer installation files, which are obtained from the manufacturer's website and used in the packages. The support files directory contains any customizations that are used for the respective software. The actual centerpiece is the deploy application PS1. This file contains all the necessary commands and configuration for the installation of the respective software packages. Neo42 has developed a JSON file to minimize the number of adjustments that need to be made to the deploy application PS1. This can be used to configure most of the settings for the respective software package. As a JSON file is not easy to configure, a corresponding config editor is provided with which such a JSON file can be opened and edited. This editor contains all useful information for the respective software package, such as the manufacturer, software name, version number, the respective IDs, information for the installer, for uninstallation as well as additional process parameters and an extended configuration. Customers have access to this package config editor so that they can either create their own software packages or customize the software packages provided with little effort. If changes need to be made to the software packages that cannot be edited in the JSON file, Deploy Application Pure Science always offers the option of adding these settings or enhancements in separate customizing sections, which are marked as separate functions. To make it clear when each of these customizing areas is taken into account in the package flow, a comprehensive flowchart is provided that identifies the custom areas and shows when which custom area is executed. This makes it easy to configure when customizing has to be added at which point to achieve the desired goal. This concludes the presentation of the neo42 Application Package Center.
Do you have any questions about the Application Package Depot? Please contact us or visit our Neo42 community. Please find the link to the community in the video description.